welcome back to the 402 Sports Drop. We're trying to run another one under the weather all week long, but we're running it anyways. I got the big dog who's healthy, just took a good damn nap. I just woke up myself asking, "Hey, are we doing this?" And he's like, "We got to get it done, brother." So
Gotta
we're getting it done.
gotta get it.
But yeah, but I'm not political at all, and I don't care what your views are. I don't know what if you want to call it vid or you want to call it influenza. I feel like it's the same thing, but I'm not going to argue with anybody about it. But I think that's what beat the crap out of me this week. I feel like I got F5 three times from Brock Lesnar. Yeah, damn. And I hate that son of a. I can't stand him. But yeah, my body felt like I got F5 three times from him.
Man, that sucks, brother.
Yeah, I know. And it sucked for my team because they had to go without me, and I felt bad for it. But I'm kind of pulling it back together again. I still got my little blinky blinky, but I'm still pulling it back together, trying to get back here on another pod. So let's get into business, I guess. Big dog, 402
Yeah.
Sports Drop. Uh so one of the thing is the masked man on wrestling.
Man, there's so many names floating out there. So many
I
names.
And you know what? This reminds me, okay, so I put it on, I was on a live TikTok earlier this week when I kind of felt better. So I was on a TikTok live and I mentioned the Black Scorpion. And the dude and a couple few people in the thing didn't know what I was talking about. Do you
Elaborate.
know the Black Scorpion?
I don't remember.
So it was a Black Scorpion kept on attacking Sting back in the mid 90s, early 90s. He was attacking Sting.
Hmm.
And WCW just completely lost creative on what they were going to do. Kind of like they did with the Vince reveal.
Hmm.
It was me all along, Stone Cold. You lost creativity. So I think right now, with Breaker being injured, I think the Masked Man has been lost in creativity. They're trying to figure out who they want it to be. That's what I feel.
I
He's
think
coming out
everybody wants it to be Seth.
because he's coming out acting like Seth.
Right.
But is it Seth?
I don't think it is.
Yeah. And Braun even said it too in that thing. He just got out of surgery.
Hmm.
But is that real or not real? Basically, the unreal, the not real, the unreal, the not real.
It got me once before, so I ain't
It
falling
might
for it
get
again.
you. Yeah, me neither. But I wanted it to be Adam Pearce, and I think if Braun didn't get injured, it would have been him. But I think now they switched it over to playing it as Seth. Unless they're just playing me all along. I've been duped before. I've been cheated on. I've been done dirty.
You know it'd be dope as hell if it was Finn Balor.
See, I heard Waller.
I heard, well, he's too short. The guy in the black's all too short.
It doesn't matter. He's
I
changed
know.
shapes every time. Look at him. He's changed shape every time. It
Yeah.
was whoever you had there to fill the spot.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then all of a sudden it's Flair. Flair, you weren't that fucking big, tall, lanky guy who started the Black Scorpion. And then you ended up being the Black Scorpion. Everybody's like, oh,
Yeah, it was a big letdown.
oh. It was Flair the whole time. But I don't think it was supposed to be Flair. I think it was lost in creative, which turned it into Flair, the only thing that would work.
Right. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
it could be somebody that's not even in wrestling right now.
Yeah,
It could be a
it could
debut.
be it could be Dean Ambrose.
It-
It won't be, but you know what I'm
right,
saying.
right. And some of the mannerisms, I know I get caught up in that. I want him to come back so bad, but some of the mannerisms it resembled Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
But then again, it also reminded me of Finn Balor, just the athleticism.
In all due respect, wrestlers are act.
Yeah, all of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to mock somebody, you can mock somebody.
Hmm.
I could put on a mask and a black suit and mock a wrestler.
Hmm.
I'm not a pro wrestler myself, but I could do it.
Right.
I don't know. This whole mask thing is just gone weird, and I was really hoping it was Adam Pierce, but I think with well, if he's really injured, Braun Breaker.
Who
If
knows?
he's really injured,
So I heard it was a hernia. He popped a hernia.
yeah. See, that's what I heard, and it could take up to 6 months sometime. I was hoping it was Adam Pierce, but I think with the injury with Braun Breaker, I think that's what we lost in that storyline.
Yeah.
Because imagine how good that would be if it was Adam Pierce. It would
It would
almost
be.
be, it would be Stone Cold McMahon again.
Mhm. There was Adam Pierce did a TikTok, I guess you would say, about that he's 100% clear to wrestle. He just has no desire to wrestle again. Um, and that
Who
he's,
Pierce?
yeah, yeah, because
Well,
he was
you
a wrestler before,
yeah.
and he's got no want to get back into the ring.
There's no reason to get back into the ring. All
Right.
he's doing is screwing him over.
Yeah. And I
And,
think,
and and you go all the way back to it. It was me all along, Austin. And right there, it was me all along, Breaker and Heyman,
mhm,
FAFO.
yep.
Okay, so I've been out of action all week, and Albert came in and asked what FAFO stood for. And I said, "You don't know that?" And he goes, "No, I had to ask my kids, and
What?
they didn't know." And I was like, "FAFO, you don't know what it stands for?"
The Gen X totally everybody in Gen X should know what the hell that is.
Yeah, and we're over 3 minutes into the pod. I said, "Walk around this counter and fuck around and find out, Albert. You'll know." Because I watched a video of some idiot running in to the back of the restaurant because he was pissed about his food, and all the cooks jumped him.
My
And I
God.
said, "Walk around this corner, fuck around and find out." That's what it means, Albert.
Yep.
Me
Fuck
and
around,
John
find
will
out.
bust your ass. But yeah, it was just he didn't know what it meant, so we were telling him what it meant.
Mhm.
FAFO. He's like, "What do they keep saying? What do they keep saying?"
It's a mantra, bro.
Yeah, dude. If you don't know, because you never effed A before.
Yeah. Playing it
If you
south.
FA, you'll FO.
Hmm. Eventually.
Yeah, or they will. Either
Because everything
or.
goes full circle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even if you're just taking a pee in a bathroom.
Some knucklehead.
Yeah, but I think that whole mass thing, I think it got lost in creativity. I
I
really
think so
do.
too. I think you're onto something there because
Yeah.
they
It,
they've
it
they've brought it back from when it was Austin Theory. I don't think he has anything to do with it. I don't think Logan Paul has anything to do with it anymore either.
And God knows it's not Jake.
No, God, no, hope not. I hope
No, it's
not.
not Jake at all.
But
That's
I think it
just
would be cool if it was
ridiculous.
Finn Balor trying to get back to that world title.
Yeah.
That'd
But
be
what
dope
would he have to do? What would he have to do with Braun?
because he's in the mix.
Yeah, he's in the mix. Now he's not in the mix. So now where do you go? Let's see, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think it's starting to get lost in the motion of
Mhm.
creativity because there's nowhere to go with it. And then next thing you know, shows up and Brock Lesnar pulls the mask off. You're like, God damn, you got big quick.
That'd be the same as you walking around and then next thing you know, in all black and the black mask, and then I take the
You
mask
show
off.
up.
I know.
you you show up as the new guy. What the fuck? That should be the title. Damn, he got big quick.
Yeah. So, did you watch the Super Bowl? I'm assuming
uh, no, I didn't watch all of it. I only watched half of it.
it was so boring to watch.
Yeah, I crashed out halfway. I didn't make it to the halftime show, but I heard about the fallout on it being a Latin show.
I shut it off as halftime hit. I'm like, this is just is
What'd you think of the halftime show?
I didn't watch it.
No comprende?
I I so I heard about it and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Because I thought it was going to be some total left wing, just bar whack-a-loon type of crap. I never expected it to be full like Spanish.
I didn't expect that either. I was kind of off. I was kind of offset with it. I'm not against it, but I was kind of offset with it by the way it came off. Like,
Right,
really? You went 100% Spanish? I understand, we're a bilingual country in many different languages, but to go straight Spanish on
right,
the American Football League,
right. And,
because football is all over.
so that
But
whole halftime thing was spun so freaking no matter it depended on who you was talking to on who watched what. And the thing I hate about this right now, this country, is that it's you don't know where the truth is. Where's the truth? They're saying 100 and some 35, 150 million people watched Bad Bunny. Only 135 million watched the Super Bowl, but yet 18 some million watched Kid Rock, his halftime show.
well, yeah, because they switched over to that shit, and then like I've seen videos of people talking about that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, look at all the 60, 70-year olds in the crowd at that Kid Rock concert, not really knowing what the hell they're listening to.
Right.
They don't know what they're listening to.
Yeah, because it was him and Brantley Gilbert, right? Mostly.
Yeah, yeah. So they don't really know what they're listening to. So you got Bob Ritchie up there just screaming some words to some 70-year-olds.
Richie, oh my God. You didn't. You called him by his name, his government name.
Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And they don't have a clue who the hell Bob Ritchie is. Do you know he
Right.
started as a rapper? Do you know he pulled a fucking midget on stage? Do you
Josie.
know anything about his music?
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
foot one with a 3 foot dick. Tripod.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but do you know all that about him? No, you don't. You're just like,
Yeah. It was whack, man. The whole thing, I just
It looked fake. It looked fake. Fake as hell.
yeah. But the problem I really have with it is when I'm watching football, the last thing I want to think about or even ponder is politics. I don't want ever want to deal with it anyway, because I'm not a politics guy.
Me
But
neither.
I
Not at
don't
all.
want my politics in my sports.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't
ruined.
dip your drip in my stuff. I don't want it.
It's ruined. It's just I don't know. It's blatant everywhere, and I'm up to here with it.
Yeah. Well, you're taller than I am, so I'm not that high up with it. But yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. It's just, it's almost like, dude, why are you putting that stuff in good stuff?
Right.
Leave it out.
People watch sports to get away from that shit.
Yeah.
And now it's all front and center, and everything you watch and everything you see is, well,
They're
they
trying
said
to
this, well, they said that. Well, they're doing this, and
interwind it.
my God, it's getting annoying as shit. Can't people just be people and just let live, just get along? Honestly,
No,
that's what this country needs to get back to is just keep on keeping on. Go back to your roots, man.
it's turning into grade, bro.
It's annoying as shit.
It is. It is. And that halftime show was what it was. And then they had the Kid Rock show. And
Yeah, I just
Super Bowl sucked itself.
it's gonna
And I'm
come to a
tired of
head sooner or later.
I'm tired of fucking I've been watching lives and stuff like that. They're saying Seahawks back to the Super Bowl, second repeat. Broncos going to the Super Bowl. I'm like, how do you guys have this right now? I don't
They're writing the
understand
script.
this. No, these are like fans saying that Super Bowl, the next Super Bowl is going to be the Broncos Seahawks right away. I was like, why do you think the Broncos are going to win right away?
I don't think the Broncos even
Because
make the
with
playoffs
all
next
due
year.
respect, you know the Chiefs are coming back next year.
So the Raiders.
So are the Raiders. So are the Chargers. And
Hmm.
so are the Broncos. But how are
Hmm.
you going to get that big saying that Seattle Broncos Super Bowl? I've seen it so many times. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous.
The season just ended. Just
Yeah.
ended.
It's like me out there 2027 Dom world champion. 2027 Dom world champion. It's like, whoa, dude, that's a little early, man.
You said
It's a little
26,
early.
actually. Let's be honest. You said 26. I mean, I mean, if we're being a buck, I mean, you done it.
Wishful thinking.
Let's be a buck.
Eh, hey, you know who I go for. You know who my
Right,
guy is.
right, right.
You know who my guy is. All right, and then White House card, UFC.
When is that? Is that coming up?
They wanted to do it. I believe they wanted to do it in June, but I think it's going to be in July or it's going to be in June. I'm not really specific on what date they have yet because they have to set it up. And there's going to be no prelims. It's going to be a straight up card, and that's it.
Wow.
It's too much security
Oh, for sure. For
to do
sure.
something at the White House like that. It's too heavy.
That's pretty dope, though.
Let's say GSP might come back.
Really.
That's what they say. GSP hasn't said that, but that's what they say.
I, I, so at the time, I wasn't a GSP fan, but I've learned to like him because he's humble and he knows how good he is.
And I still follow him on Instagram, and he still trains as hard as he did.
Really.
He still trains hard.
He beat my boy in that. I was kind of like bullish on him
Who?
for a long time. Matt Hughes.
Who? Matt Hughes beat him too.
It was the first
That
time I ever
was
seen Matt Hughes lost was to GSP.
to a guy who never grew up wrestling.
Mhm.
And Matt Hughes was known for wrestling. To get humbled by a man who never wrestled
Mhm.
growing up to learn how to wrestle and fuck people up, GSP is that guy.
He's legit. Yeah.
And you know what? He got bullied. He got bullied as a kid
Oh, I
his whole
bet.
life. He was always picked on and bullied. That's why he started doing combat sports, is
A
to stick
la
up for himself.
Uriah
And
Hall.
yeah, and then he didn't fight anybody after he learned his skills
Smart.
because nobody wanted to fight him. Because now they knew that he was somebody.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And then they were talking about McGregor Diaz 3.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Diaz called it out on the Rampage Jackson podcast.
Really.
Yeah, he's like, well, there's one person I like beat the shit out of. And basically he nodded towards McGregor 3.
I don't think McGregor will ever passed the drug test.
I don't know now. I think now he's probably flushed it out of his system.
I haven't seen him for a
But
while, so
but I think he's really trying to get back. But McGregor's always just a lot of fucking talk. He's a lot of talk.
always been a lot of
And
talk.
yeah, I watched McGregor I watched Diaz McGregor 1 today because I seen it on there. That's what brought up this conversation is I seen it on there. And Diaz and McGregor's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. And Diaz has got mad scar tissue above his eyes and shit like that. And McGregor hit him a good few times, blood out the eye and everything like that. And they got into the second round and they're going, and you can start seeing McGregor's mouth.
Getting gassed.
Yeah, he is. And then Diaz said, boom! And all of a sudden, fucking McGregor goes, and Diaz goes, boom, 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 starts going after him. And I was like, oh, yes. I was like, I would love to see a 3. I would love to see a 3 because I think Diaz can still do it.
Oh, for sure.
A guy like Diaz, you don't stop fighting.
No.
With all due respect, me and you, we ain't toughest dudes in the room, but we don't stop fighting. When you make me have to do it, I'll be down to do it. But
And hell's coming
somebody,
with me.
yeah, and Diaz, yeah, he's like that. He's like that.
Mhm.
Stay ready. Always stay ready.
You
He
have
was
to.
he was training for a decathlon
Really.
when he fought McGregor 1.
What's what's Nick Diaz doing nowadays? Is he still fighting?
Uh, well, now there's a whole story about Nick and Nate arguing because Nick was in rehab and he got checked out early and left. And now Nate's pissed at him. And Nate don't want nothing to do with him. So
That's
now
his,
they're beefing.
that's his brother
But
tough love.
is it that much beef or is it just internet?
Right.
You don't know. You
And
don't know what their phone calls sound like.
even if it is, it's brother tough love.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yo, man, stop being a
Kind of like
bitch.
our team.
Right.
You talk about your son acting like that. Why don't he look at his father? Maybe that's why he talks like that. And I was like, oh shit, that's only something a brother could say.
Hmm.
That's only something a brother could say. You can't get away with that anyway else. Just the way he said that. And I said, oh, damn, that's only something a brother can say to a brother.
Hmm.
You can't say that to nobody else besides getting knocked out.
Fuck around, find out.
Yeah, exactly. But brother to brother, that's how it
Mhm.
rolls. That's how it goes. You
Yep.
say the truth. Yeah, but I guess that's the problem with Nick and Nate. But like I said, you don't know their phone calls. You don't know what's really going on.
Right.
That's
Right.
just people on the internet trying to get clout.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's it's everywhere.
Yeah, that White House card looks crazy though. What was the first UFC fight you've seen? Because this is when motherfuckers used to fight.
Oh,
It
for
ain't
sure.
like it is now. Now they're trained MMA. No, back when we started watching it, these fools fought. They went out there and fought.
I want to say it was Hoist Gracie and Ken Shamrock.
Oh, really? That far back? Hell yeah. You got the VHS from Hollywood Video, didn't you?
Audiovisual.
Audio visual. Yeah. Did you ever go in the room?
No, I wasn't. I never ventured back there. I peeked back there a few times. Who's doing
No, no,
it?
no, no, no. No, 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 no.
No, no, no. Yeah, that was UFC one, I believe. The OG, back when there was no weight class.
I don't think that was one that Gracie was in. Was it one?
It was one of the first.
Yeah, it was up there in the beginning. I don't think Horsey was in one though.
It was it was pre Dana White, I believe.
No, way before Dana White, way before Joe Rogan.
Oh, way before that. Yeah,
What was that? Who's your Raiders guy? Who was the commentator?
Madden.
No, the big black guy. What was his name? Hold on, I'm gonna Google this real quick. First UFC commentator. So the first UFC commentator was Jim Brown.
Oh, was it Jim Brown? Oh, it
Yeah,
was.
remember
It
any given
was.
Sunday? Coach,
Mhm.
calm down. You're gonna have a heart attack, or you're gonna have a stroke. I don't get strokes, MFer. I give them. Yeah, and then Joe
Yeah,
Rogan made the thing was like, yeah, Jim Rome, or he was the
Jim
first
Brown.
commentator. Jim Brown was the first commentator, and he had more domestic disputes than anybody. And he's probably like, right about right now, I'll grab a lamp or something. I was like, God damn, Joe.
That
Yeah,
was
and
bad.
then
I
Joe
hated
took
Gracie,
over.
man. I hated Gracie.
He was so boring.
Very boring.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
then
like, what
that's
a bitch! He's choking himself with his fucking shirt. Man, that's a bitch move.
it's a gi.
Back then, it was a shirt.
It was a gi.
For me, it was a shirt.
It's a gi.
I know, but
I know. I know. But hey, you know what? That's remember Elite XC?
mhm.
You know what killed that? Was
UFC
that dude getting knocked out. Uh
Faber.
no. That was WEC.
That's right.
Uh What was the hell? It was that dude who fought Kimbo Slice and then took her to the ground and choked him out.
Mitrione?
And no, it wasn't Mitrione. He didn't do anything after that. But he choked out Kimbo, and then he went on the radio show after he won to say that they paid him $10,000 to stay on. Well, no, who was it? Oh, they paid him $10,000 to stay on, 10,000 extra dollars to stay on his feet, and he ended up knocking him out. And he said it on a radio show. And then all of a sudden, everybody pulled all their money out of it. And then it's just freaking plummeted.
Is that when, because UFC bought it, didn't they?
No, it plummeted. WEC, yes, they bought WEC.
Seth Perzulli?
Yes, Seth Petronelli. Yes, Seth Petronelli. He went on to a Florida radio show and talked about it and said that they gave him 10 grand to not go to the ground. And then he ended up knocking, was it Kimbo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ended up knocking Kimbo out. And then everybody realized that it was fixed. Well, not fixed, but it was paid to not go to the ground.
Right.
Yes, Seth Petronelli. Yes, that was him. Yep, and and Kimbo went after him and he said, boom, boom, and Kimbo dropped like a rock and he jumped on him and beat him up and ended up winning. And they were like, fuck, that was our prize guy.
Yeah, you built around a guy and then he gets flattened and it's all over.
Now you fucked up. Now you wrecked both of my race cars.
I want you to hit the pace car. I want you to be perfect.
Yes, Seth Prezzanelli. That was the guy. Yeah.
That
He
was
ended up knocking.
2008, wasn't it?
I don't know. I
I
just
think
remember it happening, and then the radio show, and then all of a sudden the organization just flopped on its face.
yeah.
Now, Strike Force was bought by UFC. WEC was bought by UFC,
Mm-hmm.
and the Library for Pride was bought by UFC. They
And
tried to buy
K1.
all of, huh?
K1 also.
Yep. Well, they tried to buy Pride.
Well, Pride bought K1 and then UFC bought Pride
Yeah.
because K1 always happened in like Japan or China or some shit.
Yeah.
Back when Rampage was slamming fools
And they got Rampage, and they brought Rampage in so they could smash Rampage, kind
and
of like a
Vanillay,
WWE thing. They
Vanillay.
want they wanted Rampage to get smashed so UFC would look bigger, and he clipped Chuck
Mm-hmm.
and dropped him like a sack of potatoes. And like Rampage even says, once I got back to the back, nobody nobody came up to me.
Really?
Nobody came up to me.
Yeah, I like Rampage, man.
They were all high on figures and everything like that. And then until I clipped Chuck, and then no, nope.
Chuck was my boy, but I mess with Rampage.
I like Rampage. Rampage
So do
was
I.
fun.
He's so funny. So funny.
Yeah, he
He's not,
cracks me
he's
up.
he's one of those guys that'd be cool to hang out with until he gets pissed off or drunk.
And I don't think he drinks anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he's clean.
Yeah. What else we got going on? What we got this weekend? Anything? Some Husker
I don't know
basketball?
about this weekend. I've been oh, Husker basketball? I
Hmm.
don't know. What do you know about it?
I know we got screwed in the last match against Purdue.
How we get screwed? Foul's not called.
Oh, big time. And then, so at the end, there's like 1.5 seconds left. They just had a huddle. And I don't know. I didn't watch it myself. We was talking about it at work this week. How where Purdue had their huddle before the last timeout, they Nebraska inbounded the ball and our guy slipped on the court like it was wet and he lost the ball. They picked up the ball and ran out the time. Sam Hoiberg come running up to help his friend get up or his teammate get up, and he slipped in the same spot. Like it was wet. It was wet as shit in that area where they had their last time out. Somebody said that somebody had thrown or fans had thrown something from the stands, but was it pre timeout or post timeout? And
No
why
matter
didn't they
what, get
stop
on it,
everything
refs.
and wipe it down with that little squeegee thing that they got?
Where were they at?
Who?
Where was the game at?
Here in Lincoln.
And our refs didn't do anything about it?
Nothing. I mean, let's be honest, it's Big Ten refs. They don't give a shit about Nebraska. They don't give a shit about Illinois. Do you see their coach went off about the Big Ten refs? That if you're not one of the golden boys in the conference, you get shit on.
And they don't have to question anything.
No, the Big Ten is corrupt as fuck.
They're all one direction.
Mhm. Ohio State, Michigan, um, Indiana, Purdue, Minnesota.
Well, Indiana's just now in there.
Well, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about basketball
Oh, I was talking about Big Ten all together, all the
altogether, right?
schools.
But Indiana basketball, uh, Ohio State, Wisconsin. You can throw Wisconsin in there too because that's who Indiana got screwed by. Um, Penn, you could throw Penn State in there for football, Ohio State, all of. I mean, it's sickening that they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Such garbage.
It's garbage, hot garbage juice.
And we wow, Charlotte is not hard. Wow. Uh yeah, but Big 12 did it to us too. We can
When we
sound
were
like a bunch of
leaving,
crybabies.
when we were leaving,
Yeah, but what they do to us all the time. Give us a whole schedule
hmm
and last schedule or game number 8, Texas.
hmm
Knock us right out of the ranks.
or Oklahoma. Yeah.
They build the schedule for that.
hmm Oh, for sure. They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's on purpose. It's not by chance.
Oh, your eighth game will be Texas.
Yeah.
If you
You're
lose, duck, 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 duck.
Yep. We're gonna put the a team that we think more highly of, Iowa, at the end of your schedule.
Well, That's always been a given, though.
Not anymore. Our last game this year is against Rutgers.
Oh, why? Is Iowa good?
I don't know.
So now Iowa's good. So they don't want to give Iowa last.
They're like, I think it's the fourth week of conference play for us.
Iowa? Okay.
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
That's a little different.
Oh, they changed it. Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota, Michigan State, Maryland, Indiana, Oregon, Washington, Illinois, Rutgers, Ohio State, Iowa.
So we do have Iowa at the end.
hmm Ohio State, Iowa ending the season this year.
Damn.
Yep. And then beginning of in the kind of meat of the season, we got Indiana and Oregon back to back.
No O State?
Yeah, before Iowa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No team in the Big 12 or Big 10 has played Ohio State more since Nebraska joined the Big 10 than Nebraska.
Makes me want to uppercut a punk ass.
Did you see any of that excerpts from Bill Moose's book?
No.
Oh my God, dude. The hiring of Scott Frost, how his first meeting with Scott Frost went, happened in Philadelphia. Scott Frost showed up with his boy, both in sweatpants, hadn't shaved for the first interview. Him and his boy, and then Matt Davison was there.
Sorry to show up unshaved.
I didn't shave either. But it's not an interview, it's a podcast.
Yeah, he's an unprofessional son of a bitch. I think he's an egotistical maniac.
Mhm.
He hangs his whole hat on who he is, his
Mhm.
name.
Yep.
F that guy.
He never wanted to be here. Never wanted to be here.
F that guy.
But more to come. Rolling out the podcast after podcast.
Pushing him out. This week's been rough for me, but I came down to push another one out because we need to do it.
Yeah. Like trying to take a shit when you're constipated.
And trying to get rid of hiccups when you're talking.
That's the 402 Sports Drop for the week. Like, comment, subscribe. You love us, hate us, just watch. Ain't that hard?
And have a great day. And I hope this don't mess us up, but fuck you, Scott Frost.